All right, so today we're going to look at implicit differentiation, and there are 5 steps. The first one, differentiate both sides of the equation with respect to x. Then apply the rules of differentiation. If an expression involves y, then include dy over dx. And then isolate all dy over dx terms on one side of the equation, factor, and solve. So you've actually been doing this all along. A lot of students don't like implicit differentiation, but you've been doing it all along. So if we follow the steps of a basic differentiation problem, so first we differentiate both sides with respect to x, and then if an expression involves y, then include dy over dx. And so when we take the derivative of y, it's going to turn into dy over dx. And then the derivative of x squared is 2x. Derivative of 4x is 4, and then the derivative of a constant 0. And you've been doing these all along, and that is an example of implicit. You just haven't known you've been doing implicit. And so now we're going to try this harder example. And so the first step says to differentiate both sides of the equation. And this is going to be a chain rule with a product rule. So you're going to have cosine of x squared, xy, times the derivative of the inside, which you'll have to use product rule. So you have x and y. You differentiate x, which is 1. Y, you differentiate, since it contains a y, it's going to include dy over dx. And so the derivative of your argument is going to be y plus x times dy over dx. And then your derivative of x is going to be 1. So we've completed the first step, and then we've used the second one because when we took the derivative of y, we used dy over dx. And so now we're going to isolate all dy over dx terms on one side of the equation. And we can do this. So first we'll want to multiply this across to simplify. So y cosine of xy plus x times cosine of xy times dy over dx is equal to 1. And so we can easily isolate this on this side by subtracting your y cosine of xy to the other side. So you're going to have x cosine of xy times dy over dx is equal to 1 minus y cosine of xy. So that's the third step. And then you're going to factor out your dy over dx. And so you're going to have dy over dx. It's pretty much already factored, but we could write it like this way. And then we are going to solve for dy over dx by dividing. And so you're going to have dy over dx is equal to 1 minus y cosine of xy over x cosine of xy. That's your derivative. And then you can leave it. That's good. You don't have to simplify it any further. And if you want to try this one on your own and check yourself with the solution, and see if you have mastered implicit.